Well, I guess plans have changed. Normally at this time of year, there's so much to do here on the farmstead, and that's what the days are usually focused on. Tending to the chickens, tending to the goats, tending to the ducks, tending to the cow, tending to the garden, you name it. There's so many different things to do. But there's also other things that need to be done. Like running errands, doing projects and things on the inside, maintenance things here and there. And it's a juggling act trying to deal with it all. And that's what I call the juggle struggle. Trying to keep it all going and doing everything that needs to be done. Can you relate? Does it happen to you? And for the majority of the time, we focus on the animals as well as the garden, because those are the higher priority things that we have to do on a day-to-day basis. But with the weather today, that looks like it's changing because it's starting to rain once again, and not much we can do from a project standpoint outside. Oh, now here comes some more rain. Alright, let's see here. Things get dusty in here. I haven't used this in a while. Alright, you come on over here and give me a hand with it. Just grab the head there. Ready? Ready yet? There we go. Okay. Hey! You getting wet? Dude! It's pouring down now. Man. Yeah, it looks like this core canopy tent coming in handy for sure right now. Man. We're gonna need it today to do what we gotta do and still stay dry. At least mostly dry. Got a few young geese right there. Now we're in this brooder here. One of the projects that I have planned to do is expand my shed here to be able to enclose my brooder. So this tent has been just a temporary fix for that while they graduated from the brooder here into the tractor there. But that's not the project for today. Inside our house here, which is a yurt for those of you who don't know, the inside walls look like this. It's lattice work that has insulation on it, as well as is covered, the insulation is covered with a canvas type material, which does stain fairly easily. And some time ago, a little bit longer than I'd like, we started making some changes in here to the inside walls. Like this over here. Looks a little bit different, doesn't it? So right over top of all the lattice work, I put wood paneling on this side, and we also set up some curtains. But with everything that we have going on here, I was only able to do this section right here. and wasn't able to finish. So this section right here needs a change. So I like to use dry erase boards. Helps me to keep my life organized and our schedules and things like this. So this was the calendar that we were using some time ago, but it needs to come down so we can get this thing rolling. All right, Josiah, I'll give you the honors of taking the board down while I gear up.
'Look at these cobwebs. Let's clean them up.
Two by fours. There's a whole bunch of 2x4s that go around as studs for the inside of our house. Gotta add a couple more for the slide to connect properly. And then when I did the paneling on the other section, I bought a whole bunch of these pieces right here. Get these two. Alright, how many can I carry at one time? Let's see. I think I can do all these. 2, 3. Here are those studs that I was talking about. They go all around our house. But for our paneling to work the way that I want it to with the pattern that we have over there, we have to add a few more angles within this round structure. And to do that, I need to add another stud in between, in the middle of each of our current existing ones where we're working on here. Alright, so what we have here, alrighty, 24 inches, so 24, easy, 12 inches right there. So let's go ahead and mark that. There, right about there. Okay. And the studs are connected with these here, and they alternate. Some are on this side, and then some are on this side of the wall studs. That helps solve it. This piece needs to be 6 feet long, exactly. Yeah, down here. Good. All right, go ahead and mark. Okay. Yep, straight. Good. All right, so we just got to cut that off for right now. God, there needs to be another cut, but I got to measure. I'll be right back. Come on with me. Alright, so this cut's going to be a little different. So, you're going to have to cut here as well as here. I'll do this one. I'm not saying you can't. I just want to make sure I get it. And if we mess up, it'll be me. On me. So help me hold it. Got it. Like a glove. Yeah, it fits exactly. Alright, let's get this thing level. Plumb. Everything else. Actually, that was right on the money. That's like an accident. Alright boys, get one last look here. One last look of the wall with being able to see the lattice work here on this wall. You getting it in? Ready for it to go away? No? You like seeing the lattice? What about you? You like the paneling over here better? Or do you like the lattice over here better? I know what I like. You like the lattice? Not sure what's wrong with them. Let me know which one you like in the comments below. I definitely prefer the paneling. Now the lattice, it looks really neat at first, but I definitely like the wood better. Alright, for our upright studs here, we need to cut our paneling pieces at a length so that way 2 pieces of paneling can fit on a stud to be supported and connected to it. Alright, so let's do that. And to do that properly, we got to measure. So, before we measured all the way across to get the midway point, but this time we need to get the middle of the stud on here as well as the middle of the stud here, which is 23 inches. So we need 23 inches to span all the way across, and then we're alternating a pattern here. So we need the other piece to be 11. All right, boys, go ahead and cut me a few pieces that are 23 inches long and some that are 11 inches. Maybe like 2 of each to get started.
All right. Sure.
Thank you. It's pretty interesting to think that my family and I have been living here in this yurt now for 10 plus years. Wow, it's hard to believe. We started off with 2 kids, and then we added 2 more since being here. We've also grown a lot of food and grown our production here. And we have made some changes to our existing yurt here. Not as many as we'd like, but one big one that we made was changing the exterior of the yurt. It started off with just a canvas style siding, and then we removed that and put on real hard siding on it. And aesthetically that made a really big difference. But there's also some changes that we want to make on the inside of our yurt here, especially with having a second yurt that we want to set up. We have different plans for each one of them. got those pieces ready? That was fast. All right, appreciate that. Let's see if they fit. Let me tell you, it is so nice that as the kids are getting older, they're learning new skills, and it is so helpful because I have to expend less energy, and overall projects just go much faster, much more efficient. Instead of me running all over the place back and forth, what we did here was Josiah manned the saw while Micah held the wood as Josiah cut it, and then the cut pieces Micah would bring inside to me where I would put them up. Now, I don't have an air nailer, and the project wasn't so big that I've necessarily needed to go rent one, so we just took it back old school and used the trusty old hammer here. And this particular hammer right here is a souvenir that we got this past year from church camp. One of my friends from camp, he made a number of these, and I really like it. So I won't be using it outdoors, but it was perfect to use indoors for this project. And I also like how it has on there, tear down the idols in your life. Just a reminder to not have idols in our life. Now these pieces that I was putting up here, they were leftover pieces from way back when I did this wall over here. And I had excess pieces, so I was like, I know I'm gonna have to do more, so we're just gonna store them. And they were stored completely out of the elements, and they just naturally age. So when it got to the point where I used those up, I was like, we need some more to finish this section. So Mike and I headed out to Lowe's to pick up some more wood to continue on with this project.
How's this one on top?
That was fun.
That's 15.
This time I mainly just got the pieces that I knew that I was going to use for this project today. We loaded them on the cart.
Check it out.
And then after checking out, we loaded them into our truck van. And once we got back home, we started right back on the project. On a notepad, I'd write out all the measurements that I needed inside, and Josiah would look at those measurements, make the cuts, and then mark them off the sheet. And there it goes, raining again. It's really nice working with my boys. And since it was pretty loud while I was hammering all those finishing nails into the wood panel, Selah had little Hezekiah out in the tent and he could take a nap. But once he was done with his nap, even he came inside to help out a little bit.
What?
I'm gonna fix it.
You're gonna fix it? You're gonna put some in? Whoa, you're just putting them in there, aren't you? Good job, man.
Good job. Daddy, really?
Now, it's rare that I get the time and chance to do these kind of projects during this time of year. Summer, spring, summer, and even fall are pretty busy with everything going around on the farm. This is the kind of project that we do in the wintertime. With this rain, it's freed me up to be able to do some of this, at least for now. When the rain goes away, we gotta get right back out there and do some of the other things that need to be done. But how do you like the changes that I made? From before with just the wall studs to the cozy cabin vibes with the wood panel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now for those of you saying the wood doesn't match, the colors are different, hold on now. We probably will sand it one day, another day like this when it's raining or during the colder months, but I also plan to go all around the interior of our yurt with the paneling. But you just have to stay tuned for that.